A WWE legend has paid tribute to Rhea Ripley after her latest injury. In a sudden move, he also sang a song for her in an apparently tearful moment. Mick Foley only had the most supportive words for Rhea Ripley in his recent video where he sent her a message. He paid tributes to her after her injury and spoke about how he wished her the best of luck. "We, here at the Foley family, really thought highly of her since the first time she premiered when we saw her, Royal Rumble 2019, Foley said. "I'd written stories about her saying WWE really had to treat her like the special entity that she is. I'm the first to say, look, I knew she needed special treatment. I didn't know it was gonna be this good. This was bigger and better than anything I could have conceived." However, the star didn't stop there and in his alternate personas, as Cactus Jack and Dude Love, continued to praise her. He then took up his Mankind persona to serenade her as well. It was a version of Bridge Over Troubled Water by Simon and Garfunkel. After the rendition of the song, he burst into tears. "When you're weary, Mami, feeling small, when tears are in your eyes, I will dry them all. And when you need a friend, Mami, and Dirty Dom just can't be found, like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. Bang bang. Like a bridge over troubled water, I will ease your mind. I love you, Mami." 211 to 309, Rhea Ripley will be out of action for a few months. While there's no exact timeline set for Rhea Ripley's return, she's expected to be out a few months thanks to her injury. As a result of the upcoming long absence, she had to vacate the title. An update on her injury stated that she had suffered an AC joint sprain after being thrown into a wall during her brawl with Liv Morgan. Now, a new champion will be crowned on WWE Raw in a battle royal. The lights dimmed, casting a surreal glow on the ring that had seen countless battles, tears, and triumphs. On this night, however, it was not a battleground but a stage for a confession that would captivate the hearts of millions watching worldwide. The crowd fell into a hushed silence, their eyes locked on the center where a WWE legend, known for his indomitable spirit and fearsome persona, stood awkwardly, microphone in hand, his usual swagger replaced with an uncharacteristic nervousness. He was a titan in the world of wrestling, a man whose career was built on strength and intimidation, a hero to many who aspired to his heights of glory. Yet, tonight, he was merely a man, stripped of his persona, vulnerable under the spotlight. His name had echoed in arenas filled with roaring fans, but tonight, it trembled in his voice as he began to speak, his words slicing through the silence with the weight of genuine emotion. "I've walked down this ramp 1,000 times, he started, his voice rough like gravel, yet tinged with a warmth seldom heard. "I've fought giants and legends, but nothing, absolutely nothing, has scared me more than what I'm about to do." The camera panned to the crowd, capturing faces of anticipation and surprise, then moved to the stage where Rhea Ripley stood, her usual fierce expression softened by curiosity. Rhea, a powerhouse in her own right, had risen through the ranks with a ferocity and skill that matched his own. Their paths had crossed many times in the ring, their battles epic, their respect for each other palpable. "I've always been a man of few words and more action," he continued, his eyes searching the crowd before settling on Rhea. "But tonight, I need to speak my heart. It's about a fight I cannot win alone, a challenge I cannot face in the ring." A ripple of murmurs swept through the crowd, fans exchanging puzzled looks. Was this the build-up to a new rivalry, or something entirely unexpected? He took a deep breath, steeling himself. "Rhea, from the moment you stepped into this ring, you changed everything. You didn't just push me to be better, you transformed the way I see this world, the way I see myself." The audience was utterly silent now, hanging on to every word, the tension palpable. "You are fierce, you are brave, and God, you are beautiful. Not just when you fight, not just when you win, but every moment in between. You've taught me that strength isn't just about physical power, but about being true to who you are." He paused, his hands shaking slightly, betraying the nerves he so rarely showed. "And so, in front of the world, I want to say," he hesitated, then his voice grew stronger. "I love you, Mami." The words echoed through the arena, raw and earnest. Rhea's eyes widened, a flush creeping up her cheeks as the crowd erupted in cheers and whistles, the atmosphere charged with electricity. But he wasn't done yet. Reaching behind him, he pulled out a guitar, a stark contrast to his imposing figure. The crowd buzzed, whispers swirling like a storm. He chuckled, a sound of sheer nervousness, and began to strum, his fingers surprisingly gentle on the strings. "This is for you, Rhea," he said, his voice now steady, filled with an emotion that resonated deeper than any promo or smack talk ever could. He sang a simple melody, his voice rough like the battles he'd fought, yet carrying a tenderness that was almost palpable. The song was a confession, a ballad of a warrior laid bare by love, his words weaving through the chords, reaching out to the woman who had stolen his heart. As he sang, the world seemed to fade away, the ring, the crowd, the cameras, all disappearing until it was just him and Rhea. When he finished, the silence was profound, the audience holding their breath, caught in the magic of the moment. Rhea, visibly moved, her usual stoic demeanor crumbling, stepped forward. The cameras zoomed in, capturing every nuanced expression, every tremble of her lips as she stood before him, the tough, unbreakable Rhea Ripley now looking as vulnerable as the man before her. She reached out, her hand trembling as it found his. "You've won this match, too," she whispered, her voice barely audible over the roar of the crowd. The legend, the titan of wrestling, the man who had faced and bested the best, burst into tears, his body shaking with sobs that spoke of a battle fought within, a victory not of strength, but of heart. They embraced, a symbol of unity and love in a world often divided by rivalry and competition. As they stood there, the world watching, it was clear that this was more than just a confession, it was a revelation of the true power of vulnerability and love, a story that would be remembered not just as a spectacle, but as a testament to the strength found in opening one's heart. Backstage, the wrestlers watched on monitors, some with tears, others with smiles, all moved by the scene unfolding. It was a reminder that beneath the personas, the costumes, and the storylines, they were all human, driven by the same desires for connection, respect, and love. That night, the WWE legend not only confessed his love, but also sang a song that would echo in the annals of wrestling history, a melody of bravery not just in physical battles, but in the courage to love openly and profoundly. As the crowd continued to cheer, the two figures in the ring were not just wrestlers but beacons of hope and love, their story a reminder that even in the toughest arenas, love finds a way to win.